In this video, we're going to talk all about Content Strategy 101, what is pillar content, and how you can use it to grow your social media presence. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, and I'm so excited to dive in and talk all about pillar content, Content Strategy 101, especially if you are in real estate. So first off, what the heck is pillar content? All right, well, pillar content is content that is not canned. It's not automated. It's content in your voice that has your opinion, that has your personality. Oftentimes, pillar content could be blog content, it might be video content, it might be podcast content. I have found that the easiest type of pillar content to create is typically video content because we're all walking around with mobile devices. And the difference between pillar content and other types of content is typically pillar content is somewhat evergreen. It's timeless. So in real estate, as I know a lot of you are in real estate, it's things like who pays for what, how to find a lender, the biggest tips you might have for relocation, things like that. Now the benefit of pillar content is when you are putting up pillar content consistently on a regular basis, the leads you get from that type of content are so much better. For example, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, we put out videos each and every week. Every Wednesday we've been putting up videos for years. And shameless plug, if you're watching on YouTube, we'd love if you'd hit the subscribe button and bell button, because guess what? Yes, we have new videos that come out each and every week. So when it comes to pillar content, especially when you're publishing on a regular basis, you'll start to get people who say things like, I see you everywhere. I feel like I know you. I feel like you're in my head. And those kind of people, when they're ready to work with you, they're ready to work with you. They're not shopping around, calling 12 different realtors. They know you, or they feel like they know you. And so the leads that come from content just like this, that's educational, that's helpful, that's somewhat timeless, can be some of the best leads out there. Now, typically pillar content's not going to make you go viral. You're not going to probably get a million hits off of some sort of piece of pillar content, but we want to look at the bigger picture. You know, when you're putting out content on a regular basis, you've got those pillar pieces of content, and typically pillar content is related to you and your brand. So I'm going to share 3 tips for how you can make the most out of pillar content as we go through your Content Strategy 101. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, think about who do you love to work with? All right, so I want you to just take a little bit of a second and really brainstorm, who do you love to work with? You know, like the people that call you and you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I love this person, I can't wait to talk to them. Alternatively, what about the people who call you and you think, oh my gosh, do I have to take this call, right? They kind of suck the living life out of you. We've all dealt with folks like that. And so I'm asking you to think about that, because as important as the content, it's also important, like, who are your people? What's your vibe? Who do you want to work with? And when you're creating your pillar content, especially if you're getting on camera, or even if you're creating podcast content or blog content or video content, I want you to think about who you're talking to. And when you can think of talking to that type of person, your content's going to come through a little bit more authentic, a little bit more real, and just a little bit more genuine, because you're focused on that kind of person. And you're also most likely adding your opinion or your personality, because your insight is the name of the game. It's one thing to put out just more information, but there's just like so much information that's out there, right? There's so much noise. One of the ways to get your content to stand out is to share your insight and your perspective. Okay, so that's number 1. Tip number 2, answer frequently asked questions. If you get stuck on content as you're listening to this and you're thinking, well, I don't know what type of pillar content, I would encourage you to take out a pen and piece of paper or open up your laptop and make a list of all the frequently asked questions that you get asked all the time. You know, when you get asked something and you think to yourself, if I get asked this one more time, guess what? That's a great piece of content, especially pillar content. Now, some of those frequently asked questions are going to be timely, right? They might be about the market or things that are happening, that are related to what's happening right now in the real estate market or in the economy or in your local community, or there's a seasonality, of course, but there's probably also a lot of additional questions that come up around open houses, around relocation, around investment opportunities. Whatever your niche is, whoever you love to work with, there's probably common pain points that come up time and time again, and that is a great thing to do, to write down a list. And so when you're sitting down to record content, which a lot of you know, if you've been following me for a long period of time, I'm a big believer in batching content. In fact, I did a whole video about how to batch content. We'll make sure to link that below so you can check that out. But for me, I always feel like if I'm going to do my hair and makeup and record one video, you better believe I'm going to record like 4 or 5. And one of the ways to batch is by having a running list of topics. You might even think about who have you worked with in the last 12 months, make a list of those folks, and as you write that list, right next to their name, write down what are topics that came up when you were working with them, and I can guarantee you're going to have more than enough ideas. Tip number 3 with pillar content is repurpose your content. This is one of the beautiful things when you start to put out content on a regular basis, especially if you commit to a certain day of the week. We do this every Wednesday. Honestly, just pick a day that's great for you. And when you pick a day and you tell people, by the way, hey, we have a new video coming out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it might be, first of all, that's great accountability. But second of all, when you're putting out evergreen content, you can repurpose your content. So that can mean a couple different things, right? You can take that content, you can upload it to YouTube. You can share a link to that YouTube video to your email database. You can share that to your Facebook business page. You could do an Instagram story and link to that video. You can share it to LinkedIn. And then you could take that long form video, you could edit it to take out little snippets. Maybe you take out a little snippet, turn that into a Instagram reel or a TikTok or a YouTube shorts, or you could also just repost it, right? If you're creating evergreen content, the beautiful part about that is it's relevant today, but that means it's relevant again 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 12 months from now. So as you watch this, I mean, heck, you might be watching this and this video may have been posted a few months ago, right? Just depending on when you're actually watching this. So looking at your content calendar and then putting in your calendar to reshare, repost. You can also do things like take a video and get it transcribed, turn it into a blog post, turn it into an email. And of course, with some of the things that we've talked about with ChatGPT, and by the way, we have a whole playlist about ChatGPT and AI. I'll make sure to drop the link to that playlist, either the playlist or some of our most popular videos below so you can check that out. But ChatGPT can be a really great resource to help you repurpose and repackage your content really quickly and easily. And I'll give a little bit of a bonus tip. I love when it comes to repurposing. There's a great tool I've been using for about a year. It's called Repurpose.io. Repurpose.io. I'm not affiliated or anything like that, but I just think it's great. It is a paid tool, and this particular tool will allow you to upload a piece of content somewhere, and then you can choose to have it automatically go somewhere else. So for example, if you have a video go up on TikTok and you want it to automatically also go to your Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or Facebook Reels or wherever you'd like it to go, you can set up different workflows for that. So that's a great tool, especially if you're creating a lot of content. All right, I would love to hear from you. Are you creating pillar content? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments below. As I said earlier, we have pillar content that comes out each and every week. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button as we have new videos that come out each and every week. And last but not least, if this was helpful for you, guess what? We have a new free resource library. If you haven't checked out our brand new website, go to katielance.com/freebies, katielance.com/freebies. We have some great free resources. And while you're there, take a peek around. We've got some really cool things that are happening over on our website, and we would love to connect with you. All right, we'll see you soon. I can't wait to hear from you about your pillar content, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.